overall record for this next season. I didn't see the full thing. I know that I think Jock had them going 7-2 to start the season. I was trying to say, okay, man, let's kind of pump the brakes here a little bit. I mean, I appreciated the first time you actually said, hey, I think we're going to drop this one to the Colts. You said, oh, well, I think we have the better roster. I think we have this and that, but I think we're going to drop that one. But, yeah, so for our listeners who obviously don't know what you guys think for the overall record, what's your guys' predictions for your record this year?
So we, of course, we're going to actually do another show if we have the preseason, which that's a whole nother conversation.
Right.
But for now, we had what me and Hawk had us going 11-5, and that was just off of us looking at our roster and everything. And when you break down our roster, and the reason why I had us going 11-5 and winning those games was because of that second year of Tannehill. Okay. Last year, Tannehill came in half the season. We seen what happened when Derrick Henry did the same exact thing the year prior. Remember, the year prior, he got his 1,000 yards. He did it it was like 5 games. He got 1,000 yards. Then last year, he came through, had a full season to just come and be Derrick Henry, and he had 1,000 yards. So with Tannehill coming in halfway and we made it to the AFC Championship, that said, hold on, let me sit back and really just look at our roster and see what we have. And I just broke it down. We just had A.J. Brown, who came off 1,000 yards. We haven't had a rookie receiver do that. I don't think we have had a rookie receiver to just get 1,000 yards like that. It's been a long time. The last receiver we did have that had 1,000 yards was Kendall Wright. So that was something promising. Then you turn around, you have CD Corey Davis. Corey Davis had, the year before, about 800, 900 yards just with Mariota. So I said, hey, let me stop and think. And if he had chemistry with Tannehill, just imagine what Tannehill having with that weapon in A.J. Brown and Corey Davis, having Derrick Henry in the backfield, Jonnu Smith, a new running back in Arrington. We still have Humphreys that we picked up last year in the slot. And we still, of course, we don't have a fourth receiver. But just going off that element along with the offense that we have, this offense should be more explosive going into year 2 with the regime of Tannehill and Derrick and everything like that. Now, defensively, the Colts and the Titans are so much alike on the defensive line. Our defensive line, man, is Hawk, we talk about it all the time, that we have to get better. And we had Harold Landry, who had 9 sacks last year, and he got those 9 sacks early in the season. He kind of just halted. And something is we're trying to find that opposite of Harold Landry who can just be consistent. And that's the problem that I've had with our team for years is just consistency. So, for right now, I have us going 11-5. But, like I said, if preseason, we have another show coming down around preseason just to see what happens. That could change. I could drop 2 games. I could add 2. But right now, 11-5. What about you, Hawk?
Yeah, so when we did the prediction show, the thing was I didn't know at all what he predicted, and he didn't know that for me either. We already wrote down the teams that we felt that we could beat, and at the end of the show, we ended up both being at 11-5. And so, yes, I try not to have a fandom perspective on records, right? But I honestly do think that. I think our schedule is very favorable. And even against the Colts, I mean, I have us, beating you all in Nashville, but you all beating us there in Indianapolis. I do think we're going to split with the Colts. Again, I do think as well that the Colts will make the playoffs. I think, again, the Colts are a much better team, at least on paper, than they were last year. So I think that you guys coming in will be a better football team. I do think we're going to win the AFC South, though. I mean, the Titans. But looking at the roster, looking at us as a team, for Colts who might not know a lot about the Titans, we have Kevin Byard, who's arguably the best safety in the league. 3 years, he has 17 interceptions. All you got to do is check his stats. Kevin Byard, if you throw it in his direction, he's going to pick the ball off. If you look at Adoree Jackson, one of the fastest corners in the league. When you talk about playing slot corner, Adoree Jackson is pretty much a lockdown slot. Even the fact that we drafted Christian Fulton from LSU. We got Malcolm Butler as well, the veteran, of course. Malcolm Butler got hurt at the end of the season. You look at Jeffrey Simmons, and what people might not know a lot about is Rashaan Evans, our middle linebacker. He is a beast. Now, I know that he doesn't have as many tackles as Darius Leonard, right? Darius Leonard led the league in tackles not last year, the year before, as a rookie. As a rookie. So, but we do have Rashaan Evans on defense. So we have a lot of players that a normal fan might not know about.
Mhm.
Even Jonnu Smith at tight end. You want to talk about speed? He's arguably the fastest tight end in the league. Anytime he's had the football, he might get 3 catches, but one of them is going to be a touchdown. And again, A.J. Brown, he had only 60 catches, but over 1,000 yards, right?
Yeah.
So we have big-time playmakers. We are a team that's hard to tackle. It's hard to tackle Derrick Henry. It's hard to tackle A.J. Brown, and it's hard to tackle Jonnu Smith. So you got Taylor Lewan on the offensive line. Your offensive line is pretty straight. Again, probably top 10, maybe not top 3. I think the Colts, again, in my opinion, is number 1 in that regard. But I just think, again, as a Colt fan, you guys might not know certain players on the Titans that are very good. You look at Kenny Vaccaro, other safety. I mean, our DBs are really good. That's arguably the strength of our team. And so, with the play of our D linemen, if we can rush the passer, and even on our offensive line, if we can run block a bit better as well early in the season, we're going to be a problem. We will be 11-5. Again, we're splitting with the Colts. We'll give that. But the Titans will make the playoffs. We will win the AFC South. And it's going to be a battle between us and the Colts, but the Colts will make the playoffs. I do think that.
I would love to get you guys in touch with my friend Chase. I think he had. Forgive me, my friends sometimes are bold when their predictions. I think he had y'all being 3rd in the division. I immediately texted him, and I'm like, you might want to reconsider thinking the Titans might be 3rd.
Right.
But, it's whatever. He's a Deshaun Watson fanboy. It makes sense. Deshaun Watson